payment, either you can pay through cash or demand that, or nowadays we are also receiving through UPI, Bhim app. So these are the physical filing procedure. Now in 2007 afterwards, what we did, we are asking for a comprehensive e-filing procedure. So within your university, you not no need to go anywhere. By just sitting in your laboratory, having the proper document in the copy in the what you call the soft copy form, you can go through e-filing procedure. This is our website, and you can, by clicking that one, by registering everything, you can deposit your button, you pay through the Bhim app or through online mode, and you can complete your filing procedure. Now, so this is also mobile app. This is actually launched in 2017. After filing procedure, you need to get track everything. Where is your file? Where it gets stuck? Who are the proper people who are inspecting of your file? So to get a particular overview, you can use this mobile app and you get the overview. Now come to what the document required to file an application. See, as I already told you, the physical filing and electronic filing, you need certain document to be get deposited in our respective patent office, so that the particular application can proceed onward. For that purpose, you need a form 1. Along with form 1, you need form 2, form 3, form 5. These four form 1, form 2, form 3 and form 5, you must need before filing a patent. So how you can file a patent? So in step by step we'll proceed. Now come to form 1. See, as I already told you, I am showing you, see, this is the form 1. This is the most important document anybody want to get protected its intellectual property. So he has to file the form 1. The form 1, he has to mention the name of the applicant. As I told you, suppose you are the true and the first inventor, and your assignee is your university, the applicant, the name of the applicant will be your university name. Now come to second, the inventor. So you are the true and the first inventor, though your name will be represented here only. Then the title of the invention, on which particular area you are working. Suppose somebody is working on a mobile app or mobile phone, he has to write the title. So particular these kind of things you have to mention. So beside this, again in the next one, in the same thing in form 1, you have to, what the document you need to upload, you need to upload the form 2, you need to upload form 3 along with that. In form 2, you have to write abstract, the complete specification, the nature of your invention with the proper example, how its invention work, how it get through this kind of invention. All these things, the compact form 2, it is generally available in this format. Here, this is having a certain kind of host of criteria. The title of invention, your applicant name, you have to describe everything. What, in which area you are working, what kind of example you are setting there, in which way you are developing your product, you have to describe everything. Now claim, this is the legal term. Suppose somebody is claiming for a mobile app. So what he will do, suppose somebody is working on a mobile app, so he has to write here, my claim is having, I am working on the mobile app, this is having this kind of feature, and this is my claim part. So that we are providing the protection on the particular claim part. After that, you have to put your date and signature. What date and signature and place also you have to put, because in particular jurisdiction your file will be processed. Now the abstract of your invention, everything you just make a compact file, and you either through e-filing just upload it, or you are going through physical filing and deposit in your respective what you call patent office. Now why I am saying this is the, see, our government is just what you call signify some application fee. They are asking for some nominal fee from you to process your filing. For that, again, this for e-filing we are getting 10% less amount as compared to physical filing. For e-filing, for natural person or startup, if you are applying as a natural person or a startup, for application fee you have to pay only 1600 rupee. For any small entity other than natural person, he has to pay 4000 rupee. Similarly, for large entity, he has to pay the application fee 8000 rupee. See, up to 30 page of specification, we are not charging any fee. If somebody's specification is increases more than 30 page, for each page he has to pay different fee with respect to different category of application. Similarly, up to 10 claim, up to 10 number of claim, we are not charging any fee. If somebody's claim is increased from 10 onwards, then for each claim he has to pay the respective fee as compared to the different kind of what you call applicant who is applying for. So these are also kind of fee you have to submit in the through e-filing or through physical filing. Now come to patent grant procedure. Up to now, what you did, you develop your product, you just compile everything in form 1, form 2, you get ready everything, you just file in a particular patent office either through e-filing or physical filing. Now the time is for us, the work begin from now. So it is our duty to proceed. Up to that point, up to the filing point, your work is over. Now our work is start. What we will do after filing a patent application, it is get published in our journal. See, we are also having a patent journal. In every Friday we are publishing the patent. Only abstract is publishing. So in every Friday in throughout the territory of the India, we are publishing in our journal, that is called Indian Patent Journal. It's also available in our website, you can see there. So after the filing of your patent, within 18 months it will get published. After publication, you have to file a request for examination. Until and unless you are not asking for an examination, your file is not get examined. If your file is not get examined, it is not granted or not refusal. So for that, the date you file a patent, within 4 years you have to file form 18. Form 18 for the request for examination. After paying 4000 rupee, you have to file a request for examination. So after we are getting the request of examination, we will examine your file. So in your file, we will see the different criteria. What are the criteria we will see? We will see whether it is an invention or not, whether it is a new product or process or not, whether it is having an inventive step or not, whether it is capable of industrial application or not, whether it is not comes or purview of the section 3 or section 4 of the Indian Patent Act. If all these tests has been passed, your application, then it is granted by our department and it is again published in our journal as a publication of grant of patent. So your file is publishing twice. Before the examination, only abstract is publishing. After grant of patent, their everything will be published in our respective journal. So this is our granting procedure which generally happen in our Indian patent system. Now see, we are having type of application. See, nowadays we are having different kind of application. Before going to different kind of application, if we go a little bit to history of the Indian patent system, generally we have the Patent Act in 1885 in the British era period. Again, it has been modified in Indian Patent and Design Act 1911. Up to that period, the act was basically made to suit the British people, not based on our invention, because we have been already under the British era. So it has been working till 1950. After 1950, after 1947, when we get the independence, two committee, that is the Iyengar committee and the Tek Chand committee, they submit one report, and based on report we have formulated an act, Indian Patent Act 1970. So that act is still continuing today also. We are continuing with the 1917 Act. In 1970 Act, what happened? We joined the Paris Convention 1970. that is comes under convention application. Again, in 1995, we joined the World Trade Organization. So after 1995, there is a treaty known as trade-related aspect of intellectual property rights, that is TRIPS agreement. In 1995, we become a signatory of the TRIPS agreement. So as per the WTO agreement, there is a uniform patent procedure throughout the world, so that we have to make ourselves uniform with that particular patent procedure throughout the world, so that we again modified, amended our act in 1919, 2002 and 2005. Why we modified? To get a uniform procedure that is in signatory with the TRIPS agreement and World Trade Organization. So based on that, we modify up the act. This is a basic history. So now come to different kind of applications. Suppose it is again divided into three kind: ordinary application, conventional application, and PCT national phase application. Ordinary application means, suppose you want to file an application only in India, not in any other country, that you no need any priority, you no need to keep your priority in any other country. So only you have to concentrate in India, that you have to go for ordinary application. Suppose I want to go for different country. So in Paris Convention, till now 177 country has signed that convention. And suppose if I want to file an application in India, if I want to file the application in all 177 country, then I have to go through conventional application. So this conventional application is basically used to get access to patent in 177 country. Similarly, the PCT national field application, this is actually known as international application. Why international application? The Patent Cooperation Treaty. Based on this treaty, what we did, if we file an application, then automatically it will go to 153 country. Automatically. No need to file for different application. In a single application, you have to access 153 country. Only within the 31 month, you have to notify the national page entry. Means, suppose I am file a international application in India. If I want to specify my national page to US or China or Australia or any European country, before completion of 31st month, you have to mention that these are the country also I want to access my patent. So this is the major uniformity of our patent procedure. That's why we enter into PCT national phase application. Now come to patent of addition and divisional application. Suppose you are having a new idea and you are having something improvement over it, then you can go for patent of addition. Suppose you are working on a new idea and it is having more than 2 invention, then you can go for division of invention with different application. That's come under divisional application. So these are all the divisional application come under. So as I have already told you, this is the patent Paris Convention. The conventional application, you can opt for 177 country. Through international application PCT route, you can opt for 153 country. This is the single largest application with less economic cost. With single application, you can access more than one international country. So this route is most important one. Now come to the next slide. Now these are some initiatives what our Indian government has taken. We have already developed a startup. Initially what happened, suppose somebody is having working in a laboratory, he have to file an application, then after filing an application he need to proceed it, then he have to go for the examination. After examination, it's a long queue process. So what we did, we categorize the certain criteria for a startup. As per startup Indian concept, we categorize startup and we said we'll rebate that amount with just 80% rebate of official fee. For suppose somebody is working on a startup, so we have just cut application fee to 80%. Now what we did, we also expedite the examination procedure. Initially what happened, to grant a patent, it almost take 3 to 4 year average. But nowadays, in record time, within 8 to 9 months, you will get your patent if you file through startup. So this is the expedite examination process. This is also in a initiative taken by our Indian government. So again, suppose you have to going for licensing with a very simple method. Indian government initiated these kind of things. These are the few initiatives we have taken care in the Indian government system. Now come to startup. Till now we have discussed what the intellectual property right, what are the criteria, how to file the intellectual property right, where we have to file, how it's processes, how much time it is taken, in which route, either convention, PCT route or file. So these are the things we have discussed. Now the second measure head. Second measure head is what is the startup. As per Indian Patent Act, startup means it is an enterprises which not elapse 5-year of its registration, or which is what is called is turnover not exceeded of what is called turnover not exceeded 25 crore or a particular year. That is comes under the startup one. So these are the all criteria. And again another word, it is working toward innovation, development, deployment, commercialization of new product. Then this is statutorily defined by our Department of Promotion and Policy as a startup. Similarly, we are also discuss the small entity as of our MSME Act. Now, how your IPR help to differentiate your business from the competitor? This is the most important one. Suppose if you are developing a product, another person also developing the same product, but then 10 months before you are developing a product, if someone come now and take away your product, then you will feel rejected. So how your IPR protect that product from the competitor? Either you can sell a license by creating an additional revenue, or by offering a distinct product to customer, or it can become essential part of your making a binding executive or intellectual property access that can you secure against a loan. So now come to the last part, the roadmap for patent creation and patent commercialization. This is the most important part. So why I am saying this is the last one, I am winding up last part, having 5 to 6 slides. So what is here the roadmap for the patent creation? See, this is the product I have already developed in the what is called laboratory. See, this is a prototype. Till now this is not developed into product. To develop into a product, where I have to go by the incubation, the incubator. The incubator having the particular expertise, those incubator having the particular expertise, what they will do, they will develop my product, my prototype into a special product, and that product is scaled up through making a startup or by any incubation. So incubation is must for getting your prototype to product into a market. Any invention, it is not valuable until and unless it is step into a market and getting money to you. So to get your product and get into market and get the money from the product, then you will say that my product is commercialized in a large scale manner. So what are the different paths we need to cover during the patent commercialization? See, recently our Indian government, we are now providing you the particular loan or particular what you call fund is required by mortgages, your patent, your trademark, whatever the intellectual property you are having. So after mortgage that kind of thing, you can get the loan from any bank or any investor or having any merger. So you can further proceed on your particular invention. Nowadays we are pushing up the startup people to get through this kind of procedure, this kind of development, so you can earn more money and you can develop our society as well as our country. Let me say